I got to see Nick and Chappie last night. We went to the movies. It was really fun.
We were literally talking last night about tonight we're going to an alumni event at Loyola,
Yes.
but we're like, do we have to? We don't have to. Like,
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I don't drink, so the fact that I'm spending $85 to go and stand with someone that I see in Boston and talk to people that I don't want to, it's like, no, I'm serious.
We didn't have
like,
to get tickets. I don't know why we did. We could have just like done other
people
things.
invited us to go, and now at least 4 people that said they were going are not going anymore.
It gave us an excuse for you to come down and to get together, like down here. But like,
frankly, dress up.
And frankly, dress up, which
Like,
is always fun.
Yes, yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. I'm wearing a sparkly tie.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So I feel like you haven't talked about this at all, but since I've seen you in this calendar year, your life has been themed around Pantone's color of the year. Can you just let people know what it is so that, I mean, was this part of the Halloween costume you had a few years ago, or did you get that shirt? Okay. Is that also Pantone? Is it Pantone? Is that the name?
Pantone, P-A-N-T-O-N-E.
Is that sanctioned? This shirt?
No, I mean nothing really is.
I mean the notebook is.
The notebook is from Pantone.
The pen is close.
It's the color company. Pantone is the color company.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means still.
I don't know what they manufacture colors.
Apparently they have a color of the year, and then
they do, and
marketing people around the world use it for branding and theming.
Yeah, Motorola uses it. I'm not that into it, honestly. Here's my notebook.
You say that, but
Pantone of the year. I'm kidding.
Nick says
I'm into it. I'm very
into it.
Nick
says he's not into it, but he was devastated that he lost his pen that was the same color as his notebook, so he had to go searching for one that was the same.
I stole it from a church.
Yeah.
But no, I love a theme. Like, I love a theme. I love having something to follow. It's always something I enjoy.
do too. I do love a theme.
Right. And I think, do you ever, like, when I was in school, I linked memories to different years. Like, I was in 12th grade.
I think that's how memories work.
Exactly. But you don't have anything to link it to when you're out of school. So and you kind of still do, because you have school, and you also have like, those were the 2 years I was off. You know.
So you're saying not necessarily the years, but you link memories to the grade you were in.
Yes.
Okay.
And to like the Lady Gaga album that came out. Okay. To be honest with you, but
that might be a smaller sector of people, but
yeah. Well, we all have our things.
We all have our things.
I don't have that now, because I'm like, I've been working at Bluestone for almost 3 years, and this is a nice way to do it. So I'd be like, what was I wearing then? I'm not going to wear peach every single day, but like, it's just a nice memory. And I bought this notebook. I started journaling in it.
I'm surprised it's not part of this year's logo.
I don't want it to overdo it.
He's second guessing.
I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overdo it. But I like the notebook idea because it has it also on the spine. The color of the year, and it says right there.
What does it say?
Yeah. But I love
it says the name of it.
Yeah, I love the idea of getting one each year and filling them out, and then having them on a bookshelf when I'm older, and knowing like which year by which color, and opening
That's cool.
it. Right? And like, tell
that's
me this
aesthetically pleasing.
Right, and tell me this doesn't look gorgeous.
It looks great. I'm not denying it. I'm just saying
even the lines.
It's defined your life a little.
Well, yes and no, because like, it's fun. So like, my Instagram.
It's fun pushing you in a corner and making you defensive. That's what I say.
Well, that's what he likes to do. But I think that it's cool. Like, my Instagram theme, for example, all of the first posts in a post, all of the first pictures have some sort of peach item or theme. So when you look at it, it looks really nice when you look at them all together. Last year it was Viva Magenta. Like, I think it would be nice to say I meet my partner for life this year. I think it would be a nice
I'm rooting for that.
I think it would be really nice to have this color of the year be the wedding color, because A, it's pretty, but B, it's like a reference to the year we met. Cute.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't meet someone last year because I was ugly. Not a good wedding color. But yeah, no, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It's the little things. You really have to take the little things in.
We did an episode on this, but it was a very niche episode. It's currently Lent as we're recording this. Are you doing anything for it or not really? No.
Are you?
I no, but I mean, I'm doing like, I'm kind of doing something. I'm like reading more,
Reading more.
like for pleasure. Cause I'm doing a lot of reading for school and that's like not as much fun.
Okay.
Hold for applause. But I have to tell you, someone I was speaking to on campus came into campus ministry the other day and they were like, I just heard someone say to their friend, oh my God, I'm giving up men for Lent. And I thought that was the funniest thing. Giving up men for Lent. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought that was really funny. Someone also came into them the other day and goes, all right, who's terrified of Revelations? And we all were like,
what does that even mean? I don't know that much about the Bible. Like, I had to read the Bible in
these are very niche
sophomore year of
stories.
high school. But I don't know what Revelation
is the last book of the Bible where it's like the second coming when basically the end of the world and the last judgment happens. And so it's like, it can be perceived as dark, but really it's like a glorious thing because the kingdom and creation become one thing.
Okay. All right. We're probably not going to be here for it, so like it's fine.
Probably not.
But we'll be there. Doesn't the Bible say we're all going to be there?
I think everyone's supposed to be there.
Be aligned.
It's a long line.
Can I get the fast pass for that?
I feel like my grandmother got a fast pass. She gets to stay, but I feel like I'll be. Yeah, exactly.
Right? I will say, very interesting side note, I got so many Tinder matches this
on
weekend.
the train.
Not
right?
matches, but like people that you know how you can see, I don't know
who
if you've
viewed
been
your
on
profile
Tinder.
or something.
Well, you can see how many people have liked you up to 99, and then it's like 99 plus.
Okay.
But I was
it's been
like
years since I've been on Tinder, so
yeah, good for you. Some of us have all the luck.
Subtle brag.
Some of us have all the luck. You know, Justin's had 2 girlfriends in the time that I've known him. 3 girlfriends in the time that I've known him.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't really labeled, but I guess.
I took the train. It was an 8-hour ride, and I was just being shown. So this would happen for anyone. It's not just, obviously, it's not just me. But I was going through from Boston to Massachusetts, from Boston to Maryland or Baltimore. So I was shown to like half of the East Coast as an option. So like I just picking up like one person.
Have you reviewed any?
One person.
Have you gone swiping?
No. But like that's why I got so many, is because you were shown to so many different groups of people.
Maybe you'll go south. Just along the train line. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna be looking up. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna look up and not in. That's the thing that sucks. I'm on here, but I'm on the apps here, but I'm like, why? I'm teasing myself. Although I did just
while you're
meet
in
someone,
Maryland.
Yeah, I did just meet someone. Interestingly, I want to talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
I did just match with someone on Tinder. I super liked them, which is, I know, cringe. But listen.
Not cringe.
I saw this on social media the other day. The thing that's like, some of y'all are afraid to be corny, but I was born on the cob, and that is me to a T. It's literally me. I super liked him because his bio said something about like one way to get my attention, or like I'll fall for you if you're as obsessed with reality TV as I am. And I was like, well, if you are a fan of reality TV, I got a story for you. And my story being that I hosted a full weekend of Big Brother, the CBS reality show, which you played. We've talked about that on previous episodes, and that I'm doing it again. And then my next question, of course, was, I know you're a stranger, but you should come play. No, I didn't ask him that. But let me introduce you to 10 of my closest friends.
Let's do a first date. You have to compete for money.
Right.
And I host.
Right. No, so I didn't say that, but he responded and he was like, "Ooh, let's hear the story." So I told him that, and I also told him, so what the contestants for the second round don't know is, I don't know, have you seen Big Brother? Have you watched like certain seasons? You don't have to like remember if you. Well, anyways,
We should bring her on mic after so people know we're talking.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is like that happens like on regular radio too, and yes,
That's
you are
true.
welcome to speak to like your please. But Rachel Riley, the winner of Big Brother 13, she was also on the Traders. She love her, icon. She recorded the intro video for Big Brother Weekend for us. That's wild. We got a real Big Brother winner to introduce the weekend and say our names. She says Justin, Nick, Sophia, and host guests. Like crazy. And she goes like, no
House
one
guests
comes.
must be excited.
Right. Right. But I know like my cousin's jaw is gonna drop to the floor, and same with my sister's. And like she did her like her catchphrase like, no one comes between me and my Big Brother weekend too, instead of my man was her, because she met her husband on Big Brother. And they're still together. They have, I think, 2 children. So I told him about that, and he was like, yeah, I actually played Survivor at my college for a semester. Like, not the real game show, but like his college's version of it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, how did you do? And he was like, well, I'm on All Stars. They actually asked me back for All Stars this year. He doesn't go to college anymore. He's like I don't know, an adult. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Graduated?
Yeah, he graduated. He's an alumni.
He just doesn't go anymore.
Yeah, he just, yeah. And I was like, wow, you must have been like really good if they invited you back for All Stars. I wanted, as much as like I get passionate about the Big Brother I host, I wanted to know everything about this. Like, that's so cool that they do it for a full semester. It's like, you really have to like take time though. It puts you in a different headspace.
Yeah.
I can
So you
imagine-
met this person on Tinder?
Yeah, we were talking on Tinder. And
Yeah.
I was like, either he's completely bullshitting me, but I don't think he is, because it said in his bio that he loved reality TV. Like, he was really passionate about it. We were talking about it. It was like, well, I only placed, I made it, I was the first juror, but, so I didn't do that well, but there's pre-jury, that I guess they did it like the actual show. But so we had a really good conversation about it on the train here, actually, so this was very recent. And the conversation went well. He was asking questions, responding pretty quickly. I was asking him questions. And then I said, on another note, how are you? And he didn't respond. And I was like,
That's
okay.
unfortunate.
Okay. He did read it. I'm not going to tell you how I know he read it. And then I sent a message 2 days later, just said, hey, just wanted to know if you were still interested in talking. I really enjoyed our conversation. Because I did. It was natural. It wasn't forced. And it didn't feel like, I was like, okay, what do I say next? Like, we were both just like, and he didn't
Yeah.
say anything. So then I'm obviously done.
Right.
So then I messaged him a 15th time. No, I'm done. But it's just like, I don't know. It's really, really hard on apps, because the next best thing is a swipe away all the time. And I'm guilty of it too. It's all looks. You can put whatever you want in your bio. You can be whoever you want to be in your bio. And that's all you have to go by.
Right.
So I've said this before, but it's really, like, this is nothing new, but it's really, really hard in the gay community to meet people. Like, it's really hard. First of all, there aren't nearly as many of us.
Mm-hmm.
There's the incredibly high beauty standards that we both hold ourselves to and hold our partners to. And I'm part of it. I used to, in high school, if you saw me in high school, like, I had bangs. It was bad. I did not care. I feel like now I'm like always like looking in the mirror, like making sure I look okay. And like, it's because I'm like, this is the only way I'm going to meet someone. And you kind of fall into that trap. It kind of honestly reminded me of Mean Girls. How Katie, I mean, I'm very nice to people. I'm not like, I didn't mean it that way, but when you start to like feed into that behavior and like practice that behavior, you become that person. So now I feel like I'm always like looking in the mirror, like, does my outfit look okay? Like, do I look good? Like, it feels conceited. This could also be a little bit of my OCD being like
Fair.
getting in my head.
Do you
my
think
actual OCD? I'm not just for the people in the room. I actually have OCD. It's not like I'm so OCD. I'm not saying it that way. What were you gonna say?
Do you think it's possible for there to be a dating app with you have to view the profile first in order to like, and then there's like, I don't know if I was having this conversation with you or with somebody else, but I was talking about how exactly what you're saying. Dating apps are, you see the photo and then you may look at the profile, you might not, but you can swipe whatever way you want. But do you think that there would be a dating app or a dating service that is like you have to view the profile and then like swipe however you want in order to then view the photos?
I think there is one.
Is there?
Yeah.
Do
I'm
you know what
pretty
it's
sure
called?
there is. I don't.
I was just curious because like that I feel like would allow you not quite on the same way of like meeting somebody, but like
Yeah.
it'd be like Love Is Blind,
I
where
was
you
gonna say
get
The
to know their
Voice.
personality
This
a
is
little
my
bit more.
Tinder.
The only difference is if you swipe right, you don't have to marry that person because in Love Is Blind, don't you
Do
have
you
to
have to
marry?
marry
You have to
them?
marry the person. Yeah, that's a little
horrible.
different.
That's horrible. No, I think I've tried it, to be honest, but again, I'm part of the problem because I want somebody who I find attractive, you know, and I am somebody that I think this is the case with everybody. The first thing you see, well, this is the case with everybody. The first thing you see is looks, right? Unless you're like behind a screen, you know. I'm not even talking about just like being into someone. Just the first thing you see about, or
It goes
unless you
back
hear
to
someone.
our conversation that we were having the other day about like attraction, kind of. In a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's hard. You know, and there's a lot of hookup culture within gay dating or
Mhm.
within gay culture too. A lot of it. And I really do believe, I've said this before too, but I really believe part of it is you spend so long, you know, hiding who you are, you come out and you're like, okay, now I want the best for myself.
Right.
You know what like
Right.
you want, like you're like, I want to finally be able to have what everybody else has.
Right.
So I don't want to use the word settle, but it's like I think a lot of people think once you come out, you then get a partner, and it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's becomes an entire second trial, basically, is the being out and dating.
Right.
So that's difficult. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's also too, I would imagine that your pool of people you said is already smaller,
Mhm.
but it's
We all
also
know each
then
other, apparently.
and
serious.
then it gets even narrower to people who are out and are comfortable of I don't know, being,
Yeah.
because you know there are people who could just not feel comfortable, not feel safe.
And let me make it even more difficult by throwing in sexual preferences. And what I mean by that is positions. You've heard it before, but top and bottom and verse. And what does that mean? It used to not mean anything to me, to be honest. Because I didn't really consider it. I didn't know that was like something people even like thought about, but it is. And the more I've thought about it, the more I've been like, oh yeah, that person's attractive, but we would never work together.
Mm-hmm. Right. It
Just
further complicates things
for sexual reasons, which is, you know,
on Valentine's Day the other day, someone gave me a Valentine that was shaped like a pizza. And the back of it said, "There's no topping you." And my friend who was sitting next to me, who is gay, went, "I don't know about that."
Oh, rip. You give.
I don't think they were saying for me. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't give
topping.
bottom. But
is
by
a concept.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not getting bottom energy from you just by the nature of, you know, straight.
By the way, we're like Allison, who is here, my
Yes.
friend Allison. She is in my program. If you want to hop on mic, you can. You don't have to. Maybe. Is here. So everyone say hi to Allison.
I wonder if Dan's still here, our producer.
Dan is still here, but
Yes,
I don't know if her voice can even be. Dan, is her voice even be able to be heard? Barely. Okay. Well, we can get her on mic afterwards. Where was I going? Oh, it's interesting in like the ages that we are right now, right? Because like we both have friends. I would say all three of us have friends who are at least engaged or married already. And like I'm not there. I don't know if you're there yet. You're not there. Allison's not there. Like
I'm certainly not there.
Nick says he's not there right now.
And that's weird too, to see people getting married and it's like, oh my God, I haven't even had a serious relationship.
And we're in our
I
mid
haven't had a
20s.
relationship. I've been in 2 relationships with girls. One of them does not count at all because we were in 6th grade and we held hands as like the that's the furthest we got.
Home base.
Yeah.
You did it.
Right?
The fourth F.
Her friend was like, "Are you going to kiss her?" And I was like,
Me?
"That's inappropriate." Like, I'm so serious. And then the second one was in 9th grade, and they identified as a woman.
Yeah.
At the time. And I wasn't sexually attracted to them.
Right.
And I was lying to myself,
sure.
basically.
It's just what
turns out we were lying to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been really hard. I mean, I did essentially ask someone out when I was 17, but that didn't go anywhere. So I don't know. It's a part of it's, on me too, because I have very high standards as well. And, it is what it is,
yeah.
I guess.
It's just interesting because literally I'm going to a wedding later this year that is one of my best friends from college, and it could be cultural difference too. I mean, maybe he's just in a place. He's not in grad school. He's been working since 2021 when he graduated and had a pretty steady, different companies, but steady employment. And I don't know if that plays a role into it. I'm sure it definitely does too. Yeah. But it's just interesting how, and even generationally, right? Our grandparents got married at 18, 19, 20.
Had kids. I had kids in their
Yeah.
teens.
The person who's getting married, I can name him, Ryan. He's been on this show before. His great grandmother is the same age as my grandfather. So there's a generational difference between that. And that's just because they got married and had kids quicker than my family did. And so I don't know. It's interesting. And don't get me wrong too. I'm very happy for my friends who are getting married and stuff, but it's just interesting. When you're in your 20s, it's a mix of where people are dating, single, and then married.
And it's hard not to compare yourself to other people, especially when social media is involved. I don't know what your relationship to social media is or what your relationship to social media is, but I have noticed recently, this is something else I want to talk about. I've noticed since college, I was and I haven't been somebody that's obsessed with likes. I would like to believe that what I post is because I want to post it. I think I post a lot of things that aren't necessarily conventional. It's not just, I'll post this because it's going to get the most likes. I liked, for example, the color of the year. I'm posting an ice cream cone as the first picture of our slide. Perfect example. My first picture in the collection that I'm going to post from this vacation is an ice cream cone. That's not going to get a lot of likes because it's not a person. It's not, whatever. I'm not standing there with 8-pack abs, not
8-pack.
conventional. I don't know.
You have 6?
No, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's not the conventional, but I like to think that I post what I want, but I have noticed, wow, I get a lot, a significantly less amount of likes since college. And I don't know, I was wondering why. And I was I don't know, maybe people just don't use social media as much as you get older.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Maybe it's, you don't see these people as much because, and then you lose not relevancy in their life, but in the same way that somebody who I used to see in passing, I don't see anymore, so you don't think about them.
It also goes into what goes into making someone press on it. I throw likes out
oh, me too.
Anything, but some people are very we were talking to a friend today at breakfast where someone was I don't like things except for apparently the posts your bank does, but
yeah. Shout out.
I don't know. I just throw likes everywhere, but that plays into it too. Of what makes someone like a photo.
But the reason I was even bringing that up in the first place was I was I have all of these followers that mean it doesn't mean, obviously it doesn't mean anything to have followers on social media. It's not I'm popular now. It doesn't, and that has never been, I've never been social media popular or whatever, but I was I have so many followers that I don't interact with. I don't know these people. So I went through and it wasn't it was an unfollowing spree basically. I unfollowed a ton of people, but I made sure they were also unfollowing me. It gives you an option now to have them unfollow you.
Yeah,
too.
right.
And I did that because I was I don't see these people, and I don't. It's just like if you have no relationship with them, why are you like you didn't know them at college, you don't know them in real life. Like I don't need to see your post, you don't need to see my post. I was like, I just want to see the people in my life or the people that I'm interested in. Like just not necessarily romantically, just, you know. So I went and unfollowed a ton of people. And then I realized as I was doing that, like I was going through my list and I was like, wow, I haven't seen you on social media in forever. Like kind of forgot that I followed you or that you existed or whatever. And I clicked on their their page before I unfollowed. And I was like, oh, they've been posting. That's weird that I don't see that. And then I started scrolling through my feed and I was like, most of my feed is ads and suggested for me. Like most of my feed is.
Are you talking about Instagram? You're talking about Instagram.
People I don't even follow. Yeah. And I was like, that's so annoying. Because I want to see my people. Like I don't like you know what I mean? And it got. I ended up not talking like. Now I'm not even talking about likes. I'm just like, it's like weird what's shown to us now. Because I want to see your stuff. Like I want to see stuff of people, and you can select 20 like favorites now. So like you're one of my favorites, but and they show up first. I have 19 favorites because Lady Gaga is one of them, so she makes 20. But it's just very strange to me.
Yeah, I have that feature like I snooze it every 30 days because that's an option.
What does that do?
Basically, it won't show you ads suggested in your feed.
Nice.
So I have it snoozed, and sometimes it'll show up, and I'll be like, "Wait, this is an account that I don't follow," and then I'll be like, "Oh, I have to snooze it again for 30 days."
Oh, so you do it per account?
No, you can. So when something that's suggested for you shows up in your home feed, you can.
Did you just give him your phone to do that? I love that.
Look. Allison just gave me her phone. The first one is for ClassPass, which is sponsored. So then if you press the three. If you press the three dots, it's not letting me do it. All right, mine looks different. I'm gonna have to look at it afterwards. But there's a way you can snooze it.
I love that. And so look at the nuggets of knowledge.
The nuggets of knowledge. Who knew that I would teach you something about social media?
That's what I said. I think that's just individuals though, because I feel like I've done that before. Yeah.
There it is. Okay, manage suggested content and snooze.
Awesome.
It's snooze for 30. It's like 30 days or something like that. Or
that's awesome because I just want really my social media, what I'm seeing, to be an extension of the people that I like and that I love.
Yeah, not targeted ads.
Yeah, like I don't.
Every other aspect of our lives.
That's what I'm saying.
Is targeted
and I'm getting
ads.
shown targeted ads instead of people that like I would like to see. So I was kind of like, what the hell? And so I'm sure people are getting the same thing from me,
right?
You know,
that's probably too why people are getting less likes.
That's what and that's what I'm saying. And I was saying
put into their feeds.
Yeah. It was just weird. Yeah, it was just very weird for me because it was drastic, and it was like, am I just like people sick of seeing point of view on my story? Honestly, but no.
Shameless promotion. It's fine. It's part of it.
All the time.
Gotta do it.
You know.
If I download it, can you log in on my phone? Chris, I'm not downloading Tinder.
Oh yeah, true.
While we're doing this, I think we have to ask Allison the question we ask all of our guests.
Okay, tell me.
So we ask all of our guests this question. It stems from a story from my brother. But we ask, if you were a fruit, what fruit would you be and why?
That's such a good question. I think I would be an apricot.
Ooh, I think that's new. I don't think we've had an apricot before. Have we, Nick?
I don't think we have. Is that a cousin of the peach?
Yes. I'm allergic to peaches.
Me too.
Which is actually are you allergic to? I'm allergic to
peaches, apples, pears,
and
peaches.
But I don't think I'm allergic to apricots, which
really
I should be because like the fuzz on the outside. I don't think I am.
Why would you say you're an apricot?
I love them, and sometimes peaches can get too sweet and sour, and I don't really like the taste of them when they're in that stage of ripeness. But I feel like apricots never have, they always just taste the same, and they always are just so yummy. And I don't know, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
That's a great answer. Allison
Thanks.
Apricot. Thank you. This is good. This is good.
I love it.
Alliteration.
We love
Alliteration too, yeah.
Wait, what fruits would you be?
Cherry.
Cherry. I
Yeah.
like that.
Nick said cherry. I'm a pineapple.
Pineapple. Why?
I'm sticking with my answer from 4 years ago. I said it's a summer fruit. I'm a summer baby, and it's unique looking, and I'm unique looking. Is what I said. This is his third.
I've stuck with cherry for like 4
I know.
years. Like I picked.
Wait,
What were you-
was your
what
first?
were you
I want to
first?
see your.
I went from
your character
coconut.
development.
Coconut.
You were
'cause
coconut
I just
first?
like coconuts.
Oh, I love
To avocado.
To avocado because I was like I have a like I'm not perfect and like there's like a pit, you know.
Okay.
But then I was like, but I don't like avocados, and I'm also like looking like a big part of me is looking for my other half. So like I'm a cherry. I'm like unique on my own, but they also come in twos often, and they have pits. And I love cherries. My favorite candy is one of my favorite gummy candies is the Haribo Happy Cherry.
Yum.
So
Yum.
good, right?
Yum.
And it's also my favorite flavor. So it just made sense for me. I felt that's what I identified with. But I have my Tinder open. I'll let you present it because I don't want to be like presenting myself.
Okay.
That's so fair.
Right?
A dramatic
How do I look at
reading.
your profile?
That's a wonderful question. How do you look at my profile? Nope, that's not it.
See,
Here you
Chris,
go.
she doesn't know
Okay.
how to use it. That's a good sign.
Good
That's-
sign. Keeper. A keeper.
All right,
if you
now
will.
we present. Point of View presents a dramatic reading.
Do I need?
Of-
do I
You
show
can
the
if you
camera?
want to.
Okay. Wait.
Should I get the
Out you?
tissues out? What?
I'm gonna out you. How old are you?
No, you can help me. 25.
Oh, I thought you were 26.
I'm turning 26 in March.
Okay. I was like, already red flag.
No,
like,
I
see?
lied about it.
Yeah, no. I hate when people don't have the right age. Like, if you have the wrong, like, there are people that have the wrong age, and then they'll like in their bio, it'll be like asterisk 21. Like,
That's
it'll be like
so
24
dumb.
asterisk 21.
Right.
It's usually not that much of a difference. It's usually a 1 year difference. But I'm like, that's an automatic no. If you're lying about your age,
Oh, I see a little.
there's Miss Puss.
Miss
Titty
Puss.
Puss.
She
Can you
makes
ex-
the first picture.
Yes, she does.
Nick, can you explain who that is?
This Titty Puss is a. I didn't come up with the name as a man. I didn't come up with the name, but our female boss at the restaurant noticed that on the wall we have a picture of an octopus, and her eyes look voluptuous. And she's an octopus, and they look like breasts, so she is Titty Puss. And when we redo the decor in the restaurant, she's the only thing that stays because she is majestic. Titty
And
Puss.
Thank
she
you.
makes the first picture.
And she makes the first
picture.
photo of your.
Immediately
I also love
why
that.
I'm still single.
I love that
Um,
you took one of the photos from this year's photo shoot and put it as part of your profile.
Well, because I look happy there.
I really do like this.
Thank you. It was snowing, and it snowed for like 5 minutes.
You look really good here.
Thank
Like
you.
immediately,
Thank you.
great.
It's
first
like
picture.
catfish material. I'm
No,
kidding. I'm kidding.
no.
I'm kidding.
Okay, I love the About You section.
Okay.
Can we read what it says?
Yes.
Yeah, you can read it.
Want a boyfriend. Old in the world of gay, working hard to prevent twink death. Frequent compliment giver. Once hosted a weekend-long version of CBS's Big Brother. Ask me about the time I interned for Lady Gaga. I'm so serious. Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about
On my
it.
last day, I got to talk to her. I'm not kidding. It was. On,
Should
it
we
was on
direct
Zoom.
her to an episode where you talk about your experience?
I'll just
No,
say, I'll give you a quick.
Quick.
The
Yeah.
quick. Yes, I interned for Born This Way Foundation for mental health. It was virtual. I don't know how I got the job, honestly, to this day still. I got it senior year of college, and it ended right after, like, the internship started right after I was done with the classes, I guess.
Right.
And I worked there for 6 months. It was a 3-month program, but I got to do it for 6 months. They kept me on. And on the last day, Lady Gaga happened to be at her mom's house, and she was in the background, and I wasn't going to say anything. I stayed on mute. I looked like shit. I had just gotten out of the shower, and I was going into a hospital for severe OCD like 2 days later. I was not doing well. But I was on the call, and I was like my jaw was on the floor, and they were like, "Are you good?" And like they noticed. So I was like, I'm just like, I said, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I said I would never say that if I ever met her. So I was really mad at myself. But I was like, I'm so sorry. And then I was like, how are you? She came over. And I was like,
oh my God. I love that.
And I was like, how are you? Like, I just wanted to like let you know. And I almost started crying. Like I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't because I want to freak her out. But I was like, how are you? I want to say like your music has really helped me through the last year, and also I have been a fan of you since I was 11 years old. And I asked her how she was, and she said she was doing, well. We talked. She was like, I'm proud of you for getting help. Like, you have to really want it, I was like, I do. We talked about a couple of other things that are escaping I wrote it all out in like my notes app as soon as I hung up. But she was really nice, and I was like, when she left, I was like, I can't believe I just said that. And they were like, no, like, that's not what she's going to remember. Like, she's going to remember that you, the director actually said to me, she was like, that was my favorite Lady Gaga interaction with a fan to watch. Cause she was like, you asked her how she was first, which was like,
I'm sure
it was genuine. It was genuine. It really was. It wasn't like but anyways, you were going through
Has anyone asked you on Tinder about that?
No, I think they think I'm lying.
What?
A
that
few
would
people
be
have
my
on
first
Hinge.
initial
A few
question.
people have on Hinge.
Okay,
but
that
I think
makes
they think I'm
sense.
lying.
Okay. Then where are we going? Oh, so these are all like your prompts that you make. Okay, if I'm not home, you can find me going to the movies with friends. We need to talk about how Madam Web was.
When I see it, I'll let you know, because
You
we
didn't
ended up
see it?
seeing Mean Girls.
Was it bad?
No, I was shocked. I'll let you.
I'll finish.
We can talk
and
about
then-
it after the show later.
I want someone who is committed to the relationship and understands that it's something both parties work at every day. Someone who never stops making me feel special.
I'm gonna crawl under the desk now.
I love that. I think it's like, it's really important to, on dating apps too. I feel like, put yourself out there emotionally and not just be like, I like going to the movies with friends, but also I'm a real person behind a screen. People would describe me as genuinely kind, also funny. I love making people laugh. Agreed. Looking for long-term partner. And then what is this? Oh, these are just like
Zodiac,
preferences.
Pisces,
Yeah, got it.
Thoughtful.
You say Pisces?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you are. I thought you said you said those are your preferences, like Pisces. I thought you were like preferring a Pisces.
Okay, wait. How do I look at your pictures?
If you just tap.
Oh.
Like peach. It's peach. It's peach.
Can you share with the class?
Oh.
Okay.
I really like this picture. That's cute.
I think we can maybe put screenshots on our socials so you don't have to look at that. That's a good. I've seen that one. That's a really good one.
Really good
Everyone
picture.
said that to me, and do you ever feel like you look exactly the same in every picture, and you're like, why is everybody saying this is a good picture?
That's a really good photo.
It's like, it's the expression on your face.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a Lady Gaga t-shirt underneath. LG, the jazz.
And also just like, you just look like stunning with the jacket.
I'm wearing that to Bull and Oyster tonight.
Are you?
With
Fantastic.
the jacket, yeah.
Oh, and I get to be your date?
I like this. Oh, you look really good here.
That was at Kesha with my friend Claire.
That's a very Kesha outfit you're wearing.
Thank you. Oh, that's the...
Some of y'all are afraid to be corny, but I was born on the cob.
That's why I'm not getting dates.
No, it's not.
No.
Because that's
It's
like
funny
silly.
It's real.
Yeah.
It shows
I
who
like
your like
that.
actual personality is.
Well, thank you.
It's not like you're catered.
My
Wait, I
profile,
really
everybody.
like this. I think you have a really great profile.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sweating now. Let me just take this off.
Wow.
Well,
Has anyone ever put your profile under the microscope like this?
Yeah.
no.
No?
And I wish you were both on dating apps because I want to do you now.
I know.
I know.